Hello, everybody. Welcome to our second day of practice. So this is our third video, but today is our second day of practice of life coaching session. And my name is Rasoul. I welcome you to our session, and hopefully we practice the things that we said in last video. Noticing behind me is my beautiful window facing the lake, and sun is going down, and you may see my face get darker, and I just wanted to face the nature a little bit, bring a little bit of a liveliness to our second day of practice. So hopefully in the future time I learn more about light and more lightning, so the face become more lighter. And these are technical difficulties, so I hope you forgive me for that. Thank you very much for joining. I'm going to grab my stuff and I'll be back in a second. Yeah, if you remember, we talked about last class we talked about, or last session we talked about the fear. And we said the fear comes always from insecurities. The fear can be related to thinking about past or future. We discussed that last time. But it has a lot of really deep soul searching. And it's not just that easy to just face your fear daily and you forget about it. But you can face the fear. As you face the fear, you're noticing that you are capable to find answers, because now you're facing it. You're not running away from it. One of the things that I learned myself with my own practice, I noticed that whenever I have a fear, my fear comes really the time that I am really needy. When I'm needy, for example, a while ago I had difficulty to pay my rent, and my state of mind was, where do I get the money from? Where does it come from? In the slow summer, I'm not teaching it, yoga as I usually do toward between October to April. And then my mind become busy with where the money comes from. So I'm in a negative states of mind, and my concentration, my energy goes and waste toward that negativity. So through we call that into our session as a lack. When you're in a lack of things that doesn't serve you well, you keep staying into it. And when you're staying into the lack, you cannot manifest anything, because it's all tension, it's all worries, all anxiety, it's all stress. So I was keep thinking like, oh my God, where the money comes from? Who should I call to ask for money? How am I going to cover the rent? So there might be some action you have to take. Maybe find a friend, find a relative, find a family. If you want, you can ask them that. Or you have capability to sit and just trust that the existence, the universe, who brought you to this world will take care of you. And this is a very hard to do, just trusting that everything is going to be good, everything is going to be okay. Or as I said it last time, we're not going to say everything is going to. Everything is okay. It is well right now. All is well. So when we are staying into that state of all is well, and is hard to do, we might be able to manifest things that we like. For example, I'm going to use an example. The other day I was walking in the street, and a homeless man was walking on the street, and I gave him some money, and he said, "God bless you." When he said, "God bless you," it was like, wow, I love that word, blessing. Because sometimes we forget that we are blessed. It's not about me, money given to him. It's about you are blessed with a lot of things. You can have $1 in your pocket. You can have $10 in your pocket. You can have $10 million. You can have, if you don't feel the blessing, if you're not feeling gratitude toward what you have, then you're in the lack. You're in a state of fear. You're in a state of anxiety. So fear brings anxiety, stress, and from that state, never, ever you can manifest anything. You have to relax. You have to let it go. So I got the practice today, a very short practice, which we call it the peace process. And in this peace process, I'm going to turn this so we can get a little more light. So in this peace process, you might feel a little bit lighter, and you can do this peace process every day yourself and see if you can go from fear to non-fear state. So what I ask you to do is find what your fear is about and close your eyes. Is it the fear of money? Is it fear of maybe you want something in life, you're not receiving it? Whatever that fear is, and you know it yourself better than I do, close your eyes and feel where and which part of the body is tense. And feel that fear. Just let it be. Don't escape from it. Don't try to run away from it. And stay with it. Now, whatever the fear is, or that tension of the fear is, send love to it. Just let it be. Don't try to analyze it. Don't try to, with your conscious mind, which is logical, to analyze it. Just let it be. But watch it as dissolve. And allow it to be. And keep sending love to it. That's right. I keep noticing that. Where that tension is. Send the word love. Feel the feeling of love, which is the highest vibration under gratitude and peace, peacefulness. And keep thinking without thinking. Keep sending love and joy and gratitude. And see your fear as a positive thing. Because sometimes fear shows up to show us something. So we can go beyond that. So thank your fear and say thank you that you showed up. You showed me to what's going on. You showed me where the blockages are, where the, I call it, bubbles are. And again, keep sending to it, sending love to it, joyfulness. That's right. Keep doing it. And keep breathing. If you're holding your breath, let it go. Because sometimes we hold the breath, we are tensing the body more. Take a couple more of deep breathing. If you don't know how to breathe, or you have no idea what is deep breathing is, inhale to the nose, hold it, pause it, exhale to the mouth, or you can do inhale to the nose, exhale to the mouth. And little by little, notice that fear is going away. Now, if it's still there, that's all right. Don't fight with it. Just let it be. Keep watching it and keep thanking that the fear is there. Thank you, my fear. I know you are here to show me how to be grateful, how to know that I have everything. Thank you for letting me know that I am enough. Thank you for letting me know that I'm unique. And then keep sending love toward that. Now, this blockages, or we call it block energy or obstacle, might move to the other part of the body, from maybe neck goes to the shoulder goes to the lower back. But eventually, it goes away. It's just like a little, we call it a little oil in the light that's burning. And it keeps burning till it disappears. Very good. So now, take another deep breath. Inhale, hold the breath. Pause, and exhale deep. And keep your eyes open. So that's a little process you do for fear, even for any feeling that you might. Even you can do that for anger, when you're angry, upset, or sad. Just feel it, because all these emotions, they come for some reason to our body. It's not because they want to torture us or keep us in hell. We always love to use words. So it's not hell. It's just the sign of good things happening, because you're noticing it now. You're noticing what's going on to the body, what's going on to your mind, what's going on to your limited soul into your body. So we talk about fear. Fear brings anxiety, stress, if you just let it be. But if you address that, and if you make peace with it, fear can be actually a good thing, very good thing. It allows you to go further, forward. Fear of unknown is a good thing. But if you run away from it, we said it last time, face your emotion, feelings, and run, or face your fear and rise beyond your thoughts. Because fear sometimes is into our belief system, thought that we have collected for many years. It could be very early childhood. Sometimes you might not remember it, but it could be when you were 5 years old, 6 years old, 7 years old. And that stayed with you. Now it's time to let it go and practice to letting go. Now for the next, we're going to talk about fear of money, which is great for me, because I always look at money always like might losing my spiritual side if I go for money all the time. But one of the things I learned about money is not object of your being, but it's there as an energy. I remember one of my teachers told me that a while ago, and he said, money is energy. And I said, would you give me some of your energy? Because I need some of your energy. But fear of money is all, again, based on your belief. Sometimes I'm talking about myself. I was thinking, like, if I have money, then I might lose my spirituality. People might not like me. And sometimes we look at it that way. There's a beautiful saying in the Hawaiian culture. They say, bless the things that you'd like to see happen in your life. One more time, you can write it down. Bless the things that you want to see in your life. So if I see a rich person driving Mercedes-Benz, I say, good for them. Blessing them. Or somebody has a new beautiful clothes, I say blessing to them. Or have a beautiful house, blessing to them. But if you become jealous, fearful, and you think they are the one who really step on your head, and we have this mentality, then you're not going to be, having money. Because you're already rejecting it. You're not in a state of being with that. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying go ahead and get money and, step on people's head and be ignorant. We're not talking about that. But can you be a beautiful spiritual person with the money in your hand? So when you want to go traveling with your families, yourself, you want to have going to the restaurants with your friends and pay for them all, it feels good, right? You're just sharing your energy with people. But one of the things you really have to put your attention to is where the money comes from. You're noticing when you are helping one person, 2 people, 3 people, whatever that might be, you get that much money, or you're budgeting yourself in that limitation. So the more you help people out, whichever you feel you are, you can be a janitor and working in a restaurant, you can work in a hotel, you can be a woodworker, you can be a carpenter, you can be an electrician, you can be a computer engineer, doctors, surgeon, lawyers, you can be anything. But at the same time, how are you helping the people? So with your help, the universe helps you out. So with you sharing your energy in a peaceful, beautiful, lovable, grateful way, you receive more. And money is one part of it. So look at the person who created Steve Jobs, who invented the computer software. Is it Steve Jobs? Hopefully I'm not mistaken. And Bill Gates, right? They really started to put their attention, how could they serve people? And everybody nowadays, they have digital computer, laptops, iPhones, and everything like that. Because their manifestation was big. They wanted to help a lot. And into that, you will receive more. So one of your practice you have to do daily, after we said the last time, what do I want? Why do I want it? And how do I feel about it? You ask yourself, how can I help people today? With my smile, with my good talking, whatever you are, whatever job you are doing. And before I finish the program today, I'm gonna tell you this story about one of my, I went to one of these restaurants and I lost my car key and I couldn't find it. So I asked the manager, I said, can I look in the trash? And he said, yeah. I tried to do the trash. One of the people who were working in the restaurant, he was a young man. He was about probably 19 years old. He came in and said, let me help you out. From nowhere. He came out, looked in the trash, he couldn't find it, and looked in the trash, and he couldn't find it. So my car is locked, and I have 2-3 hours later, I have to teach a class. So I sat down, I calmed myself, I said, well, I'm going to find a way. I didn't want to call a cab. So I sat down. I thought I have to go home, grab a key, and come back and open my car. And after like 10 minutes or 15 minutes, this young man walked out. His shift was done, and he was leaving the restaurant. And I asked him, please come in. I was feeling actually wanted to help him somehow in the restaurant, but I didn't know how. I didn't want to give him $1 or $2. So he comes out. I said, would you give me a hand? Or would you be willing to drive me home, which is about maybe 5 miles away from here, and I pay you $50. And he said yes. He wasn't like so surprised, but he was happy to hear that. So we went home. I got my keys. I did some Jackie Chan movement. I had to go to my balcony. My martial arts actually came handy. I used my martial arts technique. I went to the balcony, jumped into the terrace, this through my doors here. I came in, grabbed my key, went back, got my car key open, and he gave him $50. He said his birthday was next day, and he was a very happy kid. I learned so much from him. He was so positive. He was so joyful to be around. So I was talking to him in the car. So after I paid him and he was gone and I thanked him for it, I said, see, sometimes universe provide things from nowhere. Maybe he needed the $50 for some reason. I didn't know. And I was the middleman here. And then after I went grocery shopping, actually I had still time. I went to light grocery shopping. I left a note in the restaurant. I said, if anybody find the key, please let me know. They called me to say your key is here. So I went and I got my key, and I was really appreciative. I was so grateful. I said, thank you for finding my key, because it could be worse. I could call, somebody comes and open the door, break the window, I don't know. Cost me more money than you can imagine, and probably I wouldn't go teach my classes, and it would be hassle. But I collect myself, I manifested things, and I help somebody in the middle. So what I'm trying to say is, if you really are coming back to your soul, to your being, everything can be a beautiful thing. You start manifesting. I would like to thank you again for joining us today. When I say us, that means all of us that are getting in here. You are here for some reason. You're not just showing up from nowhere. You wanted to do something in life. Maybe this is the access to what you want. And I hope I can be help for that. So our practice for tonight and the rest of the 30 days or 21 days, whichever you choose, will be peace processing. Remember what I told you. Whenever you feel fear, anxiety, stress, close your eyes, feel where it is, send love to it, and don't analyze it. Don't try to find the roots. Where does it come from? Where was it at? Just stay with it and be peaceful with it. I wish you have an awesome day, awesome evening. And I would ask you to please comment if you like. And if you have any questions, always at the bottom. Or if you have private conversation, you don't want people know about it, please PM me in Facebook. And I definitely try to get back to you soon. Namaste.